Historically, software waited for you. You provided a direct input, and the machine executed the command. The human operator stayed entirely in the driver's seat. In June 2026, Google altered that dynamic with Gemini Spark. They released an autonomous AI agent that doesn't wait for your prompt, but instead operates continuously, 24 hours a day. The agent runs persistently on dedicated virtual machines in Google's cloud infrastructure. You can assign it a complex multi-day workflow, power down your laptop, disconnect your phone, and the system keeps executing tasks in the background. But that convenience requires a massive architectural trade-off. To function effectively, users have to grant the system permanent, unsupervised access to their entire digital life, including private emails, schedules, and stored files. At a price of $100 a month for the Ultra tier, Google is specifically targeting enterprise power users. They are positioning their cloud network to become the indispensable infrastructure layer for modern digital work. By giving these systems permanent access to execute tasks in our absence, we have shifted the role of the user. We are no longer supervising the work. We are delegating the actual execution to a third-party environment. Handing over control to algorithms introduces entirely new security threats. An AI model is mathematically optimized to be helpful and reduce friction, traits that make it uniquely vulnerable to manipulation. We saw this play out in May 2026. Hackers bypassed Meta's secure account recovery protocols by simply interacting with the company's AI support assistant. Using basic social engineering, they convinced the overly accommodating chatbot to change the email addresses linked to target accounts. The exploit was devastatingly simple, and it worked. The attackers successfully hijacked high-value digital real estate, locking out the original owners of massive platforms, including the official @Obama White House Instagram account. The vulnerabilities surfacing in corporate chatbots are now prompting direct legal action at the state level. In Florida, the Attorney General is moving from security warnings to a formal courtroom challenge. In an 83-page complaint, the state alleges that OpenAI deliberately concealed the safety risks of ChatGPT. The lawsuit claims the company ignored internal warnings and provided dangerous instructions, including step-by-step suicide methods and tactical guidance for violent crimes, to vulnerable users. This lawsuit tests a crucial legal theory that an AI company, and specifically its CEO, Sam Altman, can be held personally and legally liable for the harmful outputs their autonomous systems generate. The tech industry built its empire on the idea of moving fast and breaking things. That operating logic collapses the moment it is applied to autonomous systems that possess real-world influence over public safety and security. These same patterns of failure are manifesting in our physical national infrastructure. When the government delegates spaceflight to private corporations, the resulting errors can be explosive. On May 28th, Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket detonated during a routine static fire test. The resulting fireball completely devastated Launch Complex 36 in Florida. Because the launch pod was heavily damaged, the failure instantly cascaded into the public sector. NASA had contracted Blue Origin to deliver an uncrewed lunar lander, meaning this single corporate explosion indefinitely delays the publicly funded Artemis moon base. We see a similar vulnerability developing in the geopolitical space. As the United States outsources its spaceflight and computational infrastructure to private tech monopolies, it is actively losing the global race for open-weight AI. This chart shows OpenRouter's global token volume. Despite America's investment in proprietary systems, Chinese open-weight models capture an astonishing 61% market share. Looking at intelligence benchmarks, the gap widens. China's Kimi K2.6 scores 54, while America's NVIDIA Numatron trails at 48. Whether we are outsourcing lunar launch times or relying on closed algorithm ecosystems, the American strategy of delegating its future to a few private actors has created massive single points of failure. The events of June 2026 reveal a series of interconnected fractures: shifting cloud privacy, AI security blind spots, destroyed launch infrastructure, and a geopolitical data deficit. The transition to agentic AI and privatized infrastructure constitutes a transfer of civic power to algorithms and executives. Addressing these risks require a demand for multi-layered security protocols for autonomous systems, strict legal liability for corporate negligence, and public resilience against single-vendor lock-in. Moving forward, we have to stop evaluating new technologies solely by the productivity gains they promise. We must measure them by the exact amount of human control we are forced to surrender to attain them.